Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one, this is going to be a very fun tips and tricks video because you guys know what it has to do with. It has to do with the brand new Thanos limited time mode, and tips and tricks on how to get Thanos, how to play as Thanos and be most successful, you know, win games and stuff like that, get a ton of kills, and also how to destroy Thanos. So yes guys, this new mode is insane. It's honestly a ton of fun, switches it up a little bit, and when you get Thanos or just trying to take down Thanos, it can get really crazy really fast. And it's a fun mode, alright? I like it a ton. And having this crossover is super cool. So with that being said, I'm going to be showing you guys 15 different tips for a bunch of things that have to do with this game mode. So again, how to get Thanos right away, how to play as Thanos successfully, and how to defeat him. So as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below. It seriously helps me out a ton. And you know what? Just leave a like for this new limited time mode. And also leave a comment on which other Avengers, superhero, or villain you would like to see in like another limited time mode. I'm thinking Iron Man would be pretty dope to see, but I want to see what you guys have to say, so leave a comment down below and I'll try to respond to some of them. But yeah guys, without further ado, let's jump into it here with the first tip. So starting out here, let's actually go through some tips on how to get Thanos in the easiest way possible, because obviously that's basically the first thing you do in the game mode. So getting Thanos, it can be very tough, so let's start out with how to get him right away, right off the bat. Now with that being said, getting him right off the bat is not the best way to win, because obviously you're going to be a target for the entire game, but if you want to have fun with it right away, you definitely can get it at the start of the game fairly easily. So first of all, when you start up a match, the Infinity Gauntlet doesn't spawn until the storm, or the first storm, is at around between 2 minutes and 1 minute and 40 seconds. So before that, you obviously have the bus timer, which is I believe 30 seconds long, and then the storm starts at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Could be a little bit wrong on that, but basically I do know for sure that the Gauntlet spawns between 2 minutes of the storm and 1 minute and 40 seconds. So with that being said, if you want to get the Gauntlet right away, just simply glide down around that time. Don't skydive too much, but I'd say stay around like halfway between the ground and the battle bus. That's a good place to stay around this time. But then for the second tip, make sure you're using your headphones so that you can hear where it's spawning. Sometimes it'll spawn right behind you and you won't really know unless you have headphones. But if you do have headphones, you can hear that sound, turn around, make eye contact with it coming down from the sky, and then move on to where you're going to go and pick it up. Now telling where it's going to land can be a little bit tough, and it takes a little bit of practice, so definitely play a few games to get it down, because it's usually closer than it appears. But my recommendation is see which way it's moving and try and just go in that general direction. It doesn't have to be too perfect because it does move slowly and you can catch up to it. Now for another tip that has to do with that, if you know about where it's going to land, try and drop as quickly as you can. Just skydive straight down, and then once you hit that point where it automatically pulls out your glider, use that to try and make your way over towards the Gauntlet. A lot of times other people won't skydive right away and they'll sort of just glide in. So if you can get down quicker and then glide into the Gauntlet, that'll get you down to the ground quickly and help you beat out the other people that are trying to grab it as well. But yeah, if you don't manage to get the Gauntlet right away, or if you want to try playing for a late game, we'll go over some tips on killing Thanos in a little bit. But anyways, once you get Thanos, this is where the fun begins, alright? This is where the good stuff, the good quality gameplay comes into play. But tips on playing Thanos. So far I've seen a lot of people use Thanos and they don't really know how to use it. They get killed like really easily because they're not holding on to these certain tips that I'm about to tell you guys. So first of all, starting out with the first tip that is most important when playing as Thanos, don't stay out in the open. Seriously, I've seen so many people like run out into the open where there is no cover and they just get lit up from like tons of players all around them. And obviously that's a huge problem because Thanos can't build. You have zero defense out there, so you're just going to get lit up, and if you lose that shield and lose your health, the health won't spawn back and you'll soon just, you know, get killed outright. So yeah, my recommendation is to stay near buildings or trees, something that gives you cover. And also, as you can see in this gameplay clip right here, I stayed on top of this hill, usually near Dusty Divot, and that let me have cover from people shooting at me, and I could get a visual on anybody that was trying to come towards me. Now along with this, a tip that goes hand in hand with that is to not go on the offensive. Seriously, do not go on the offensive. You're a big freaking target, alright? Everybody knows where you are on the map, so there is literally no reason to seek people out. This is honestly probably one of the other big tips I can give you guys, but seriously, stay in cover, stay around like a mountaintop, like again you saw me using in this gameplay, because people will seek you out. They will run to you and give away their advantage of being on the defensive and run into your place where you're using the mountain as cover, and then you can jump up, press the punch button when you're in the air, and just go straight down towards them and then start attacking them. I use this to get a ton of kills, and it keeps keeps me from getting a ton of people shooting at me. So again, don't go on the offensive. People are going to come to you. Now after that, which weapons are the best ones to use? Now this can be a tough one because obviously his weapons and abilities work better in different situations, but definitely be aware that the laser and jump have a delay that will oftentimes be the main things to get you to take damage. So be aware of that delay and definitely be careful using them. This is again why I say to be around places where you can have cover, because if you're fighting somebody and somebody's shooting at you from a distance, you don't really want to use your laser, you instead want to jump. But if you go to jump, you're standing there for like 3 seconds and they can just light you up and get a ton of damage on you. So if you're using cover, run behind a wall and then jump up and use your laser in the air, or you can use your punch to skydive towards them and getting close. Now with that being said, I definitely think the best attack is the punch attack. If you can get really close to somebody and use your punch attack, there is nothing they can do. Their death is like confirmed because the punch does like an area of effect type damage, so you don't even have to hit them directly, and also if they try to build, it just goes straight through them and melts them easily. Definitely an awesome attack. I prefer to use my jump, again hide behind cover, jump up into the air, and then use the ground pound or whatever you want to call it to get in close and then finish them off with a few punches. I usually barely take any damage doing that, and it's easily the best way to deal damage. Now real quick guys, before we get into the next tip, if you're not subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I post a bunch of tips and tricks videos, lists videos, and you definitely don't want to miss them. But getting back into it, I'm not saying that the laser is not important. It definitely can be good, but again, don't really use it when you're on the ground. It keeps you 100% still when you're using it, and since it can be tough to use since you can't aim down your sights and use that slower reduced speeds that we're all used to, you're generally using your full sensitivity and it can be a bit hard to aim. So with that being said, I do recommend jumping up into the air and using your laser up in the air because it's hard for people to build, and also it's hard for them to aim at you because you're up in the air. Usually people expect you to be on the ground. But yeah, one other tip that I almost forgot here, going back to when you like are trying to punch somebody, it can be hard to get close to them, so I do recommend doing a serpentine, running like back and forth, so it's hard for them to hit their shotgun shots, hard for them to hit their AR shots, but definitely do like switch up your directions, try and be a little bit unpredictable, and that'll let you get in close and go to town. Just punch them to a pulp and all of that fun stuff. But yeah guys, that is some of the tips I have for playing as Thanos, so let's move on to the final things I have to talk about, and those are the tips for killing Thanos. These will come in handy because Thanos is a monster, alright? He has, I think 1,000 health. They might have changed that. I know they changed it from his shield having 300 to 200. They just hotfixed that. But yeah, there are a few things to keep in mind when you're trying to take on Thanos. Now, the first of which, and this is probably the most important tip, keep your distance. As I talked about when you're playing as Thanos, if you get in close to somebody, you can annihilate them. There's nothing they can do. They can barely run away. They can barely do any damage to you because you can kill them pretty much instantly if you're in close. So with that being said, keep your distance. Use your AR, use your sniper. If he's trying to jump, definitely snipe him when he's standing still because that can inflict a ton of damage really quickly. And then when he's in the air, try and switch to your AR and get some shots on him. But if he's targeting you, you definitely want to run away a bit and keep that distance between you. Try and get him to use his jump to get closer because again, he can't build. If you're at a distance from him and you're shooting at him, his main way to attack you is to use his laser or to jump and get closer, which again, both of those things put him at a disadvantage because he will stay still for a couple of seconds. Now speaking of him using his laser, if he does use his laser, just build some walls in front of you. His laser is not very good at destroying built walls. In fact, I was surprised just how weak it is against walls. So if he uses his laser, just build, put up a staircase, and then start shooting at him as he's standing still, and you will get some good damage on him for sure. Now if he does decide to jump, try and get some damage on him again when he's in that charging up stance. Now the final tip I have for you guys on how to attack Thanos is to team up on him. Don't shoot other players that are attacking Thanos because that means Thanos just has it easier and then he doesn't have to kill other players. If you kill somebody, he can come straight for you and he's not going to lose any health that other player might have dealt to him. So definitely, if Thanos is in your area and a bunch of people are attacking him, work together, destroy him, and then after you kill him, try and take on other players and make sure they don't get the gauntlet because that'll mean a brand new Thanos is coming and you were basically screwed, alright? You're basically up Loot Lake without a paddle. But yeah guys, that is pretty much it for all the tips I have for you for playing Thanos, so let's jump into a few quick funny moments and finish off the video. Okay, never mind. I just walked into a building and somebody was in there. So then I walked out. Oh, it hit on top of the mountain. Oh no, it's falling down. That sucks.
What?
I got it. 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 This is bad. Oh god. What the heck? I have like 38 health. Okay, okay. No, 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 no. I just left the match.
It's not even close.
Everybody's chasing down the gauntlet. Oh no! It's going towards Tilted. Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna get there before me. Shoot. Unless I can... Oh, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. Frick. No, he has the same idea.
Wait, yeah, you...
I died already.
There's like 10 people near Thanos. He's just standing still. I got him. I killed Thanos. Oh, you scumbag. Don't you dare. Oh. I killed a guy running for it. I got it. Yes. Oh. Oh gosh. This guy just ran right into my clinger. Oh my gosh. I thought I saw a freaking trap there.